An ephemeral port is a short-lived transport protocol port for Internet protocol communications allocated automatically from a predefined range by the IP software. It is used by the Transmission Control Protocol, user Datagram Protocol, or the Stream Controlled Transmission Protocol as a port assignment for the client end of a client-to-server communication to a well-known port on a server. On servers, ephemeral ports may also be used as the port assignment on the server end of a communication. This is done to continue communications with a client that initially connected to one of the server's well-known service listening ports. File transfer protocol and remote procedure call applications are two protocols that can behave in this manner. Note that the term server here includes workstations running services that receive connections initiated from other clients. The allocations are temporary and only valid for the duration of the communication session. After completion of the communication session, the ports become available for reuse, after an OS-specific completion timeout is reached. Since the ports are used on a per-request basis, they are also called dynamic ports. The Internet Assigned Numbers Authority suggests the range 49,152 to 65,535 for dynamic or private ports. Many Linux kernels used a port range 32,768 to 61,000. FreeBSD has used the IANA port range since release 4.6. Previous versions, including the Berkeley software distribution, use ports 1024 to 5000 as ephemeral ports. Microsoft Windows operating systems through XP use the range 1025 to 5000 as ephemeral ports by default. Windows Vista, Windows 7, and Server 2008 use the IANA range by default. Windows Server 2003 uses the range 1025 to 5000 by default, until Microsoft Security Update MS08-037 from 2008 is installed, after which it uses the IANA range by default. Few Microsoft articles other than KB Article 956188 reference the new port range used by Windows Server 2003, leading to confusion. Of specific note, Windows Server 2008 with Exchange Server 2007 installed has a default port range of 1025 through 60,000. In addition to the default range, all versions of Windows since Windows 2000 also allow the option to use a non-default port range with a maximum of 1025 to 65,535. Some Microsoft articles misleadingly list only this non-default range, leading to a popular misconception that 1025 to 65,535 is the default or required port range used. See also, Ephemeral, Internet Protocol Suite, list of TCP and UDP port numbers, configuration characteristics, if certain server software is used, that uses non-ephemeral custom port ranges for initiating some further connections. It needs to be ensured by configuration that this custom port range and the ephemeral port range do not overlap. Notes. References. External links, the ephemeral port range at ncftp.com, ephemeral source port selection strategies at Team Cymru. This article is based on material taken from the free online Dictionary of Computing prior to November 1, 2008 and incorporated under the relicensing terms of the GFDL, version 1.3 or later.